The following is an Ice on Mars presentation.
Hey everybody, welcome back to OMG, Overtly Mocking Games. This is Michael T. Bradley, and with me today
is Scix Maddix.
And we are going to be looking at the game Deadly Premonition, the director's cut.
Speaking of director, in full disclosure...
You directed this game.
Oh, I wish. Swery65, who is the guy who made the game, is following me on Twitter.
Cool. For background, for those of you who don't know, Deadly Premonition is very heavily influenced by Twin Peaks. Mm-hmm. So if you are one of the sad few who hasn't watched Twin Peaks yet and plans on watching it, I'm going to guess there might be a lot of spoilers in here with stuff that we say, so might want to wait until after you've seen Twin Peaks.
Get on that, people.
Also, I guess full disclosure on my part, I tried playing this game, not the director's cut, but just the original version, and the driving was so difficult in it that I gave up. At one point, I was like, F this, I'm just going to go to sleep for a while, and I woke up and suddenly I was in hell, and hellhounds were chasing me, so...
Oh, I love the hellhounds.
So it's that kind of game. Hellhounds are like 2 stories tall. I don't know what the hell.
There's no warning that anything like that exists in the game. It's just all of a sudden, one night, you're out past midnight, and these giant dogs are running down your car. There's nothing that scale.
You would think somebody would mention that as like a caution in the town, but nope, they don't. So
that's kind of a recurring theme, though. There's a lot you would think that people would mention.
But they don't. All right, so we are going to jump right into this. Everybody, thanks for joining us for the ride.
Yay!
Played by Geekmeister. I think I forgot to mention that before. So yeah, this is and the link to the original long play will be in down below.
Longplays.org has some fine quality stuff.
So this is a work of fiction. Good to know.
Very important to remember. I
can't remember what year this was. Wow, those are some weirdly 2D trees there.
Yeah, there are a couple things in the director's cut that actually rolled back the video quality. And some of the trees and the water, especially.
Nobody can ever get water right, except... Is it Nintendo who does it well, or are they the worst? I can't remember.
Anyone who does it well will show it off at every possible second.
Fair enough, sure. Okay, so we got these, Herrenvolk kids hanging out here. The bug. Mm-hmm. Making creepy noises. That doesn't sound like a child's laughter. That's the last thing you hear before you die.
It's dangerous to run around here, boys.
Good, the subtitles are on. That's sometimes important.
Yeah. Also, these kids are apparently the runaround boys. There was no comma for direct address there. I'm gonna point that out every time. Is that like Captain America's shield that he's got strapped to his back? I want to believe so.
Let's go ahead and believe that.
Yeah, he's gonna whip that out. Oh, they're going to the goat sacrifice.
The Uncanny Valley is kicking in hard. That should be the name of a drug.
Or a sex act.
Both. Hey, Swery. He was only one of them now, but now he's 65 of them.
Sometimes happens as you get older.
Yes. After a while, after a predictable amount of time. The soundtrack is interesting because it's almost really cool, and it's almost off-key.
Yeah, it feels like a weird mix of something in between Julie Cruz from Twin Peaks and that horrible off-key screeching they had in New Moon.
One of my favorite parts of this game is the display of the corpses. It's always just visually interesting. And this is well before Hannibal. A little suggestive, yes. Moving on.
Yeah. Tastefully hidden nipples, however.
Yes! They had to fight a bit to get their rating for American release anyway, so they're not gonna let a nipple slip out there, ruin it for them.
Okay, so... Grandfather doesn't really seem to mind that much. He's like, take it all in, boys. Take it all in.
The kids are the rulers of this relationship.
Obviously. Think of a wall. Think of a wall.
Her name is Anna Graham, which in no way comes into play as an in-joke or anything. I've tried to anagram everything in the game. Nothing. So the fact that her name begins with A is an in-joke of sorts. Yeah, let's get some symbolism going there. There, the white worm moment?
That's the uncanny valley, let me tell you.
Yeah.
The only thing that I can think of is that Heather Graham was Annie in Twin Peaks, so...
Yeah,
Annie.
and Graham. Yeah.
Oh, God, I didn't even catch what you said there. Yeah. Okay, never mind. I'm bad at acrostics.
What about a crypto quiz? I hate
this. Is Sheriff Across Sticks.
Oh. Yes, he's a 70s gay bar sheriff.
All right, boys, take her down to the autopsy room and tell me what you find out. It's the circle of life or some shit. They were more terrified by that than the dead body.
Yeah, I mean, they're portrayed as being sort of that super innocence that is mentally limited.
Are they indigo children? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I think that's actually fair. You can shuffle this in with Indigo Prophecy.
Okay, so now the music is desperately wanting to be Angelo Badalamenti.
Yes, well, who doesn't?
Fair enough.
This moment, and for the viewers, I hope we're not taking the fun out of it. But this is very Twin Peaks, the everyone in town mourning all at once kind of thing going on. Especially the creepy principal in Twin Peaks. Just like...
Larry Drake? How can you think Larry Drake is creepy?
He's way too invested in this teenager. I think they had an affair.
Yes, every male character in Twin Peaks was fucking Laura.
And some of the women.
Right. So I love, like, every episode it's like, oh, who's gonna be revealed to be another lover of hers?
Yeah.
And second season you think you're done, and then there's Harold.
And then you read the accompanying literature. and then we get Josie and Blackie.
Yeah. So, okay, so the screenplay was by these people, but they aren't sweary, so, he's the director, he or she, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know enough about how a game-making team is organized to know exactly what a director does, but it's considered his baby.
Got it.
Now we have a needless preface that was added for the director's cut.
Is this the needless preface?
This is what this is.
Alright, this kid's got some serious gout issues in her cheeks there.
And rickets in her legs.
Yeah. Oh, it's Teddy. Just got done watching someone play Among the Sleep.
Oh, I love that game.
Thought the ending was a bit either ambiguous or sexist.
Yes.
I guess that could be true of anything.
I want to hear another
Yes, probably.
Yes, of course. You've been waiting a long time.
This is not the voice actor for that character, and he's certainly not someone who's old, which he's trying to portray.
Story is very...
I think it's really unfortunate that they made this framing of the tale.
Somewhat nostalgic.
So is this like our Cooper character who's going to be telling the story to a little child?
Yes.
The way to the end.
Many years after the end of the story.
It might be.
Let's hope he doesn't get murdered by hellhounds along the way.
A very
Yes, that would create a time paradox, and we can't have that.
I don't want to hear it.
That's for other games.
I can tell you a different story.
No, I want to hear it. This
And
way,
superheroes.
I don't think I would want to hear a story from this character because they talk like this, like a goat about to be put down.
I think if I were his granddaughter, I would ask him to record his story so I could play it at double speed.
The corpse was found in the tree, and it was terrible. The little children looked at the giant gash in her stomach.
That line there is what do they call an arc line? Sort of comes back, but presenting it in the preface annoys. the whole framing annoys me.
I
Probably say that a few more times.
It's weird how, yeah, I mean, framing sequences are rarely worth a damn, I think. I'm like, just show me the damn story.
Do you know anything about Geekmeister's playstyle? Is he a completionist, or...?
I think it says on the long play, I think this is like all secrets or whatever, but maybe
That's a
that was
lot of
different
work.
when I was looking at. I'm not sure. I hope to hell this is all secrets since this is so goddamn long.
Yeah, it probably is then.
I have to go to the bathroom, as you can see.
This won't take long.
Some of the secrets are really obscure. Like,
That doesn't surprise me.
you have to go fishing behind a building that you have no reason to go to.
Yeah.
There's a secret in the menu. So if he gets 100%er, he's gonna have to do that at the end. Like, after the end of the game, then you go to the menu and you get the final secret.
A white screen. Hey kids, can you stop making those creepy ass noises?
Oh, he skipped the dialogue. I hope he doesn't make a habit of that.
Well, he skipped it because it's what we already heard. That should just be how we do this. Just
Many little fat man dolls.
yeah. All right. Weird.
They're frankly laying their foreshadowing on really thick. But you have no reason to know that yet.
Sorry to keep you waiting. It will start.
Clearly we're
soon.
doing a Twin Peaks Red Room variation here.
Yeah.
It's
Stop
about
with the
time
upskirt on the boys,
to
man.
get started.
Like a tiny buffalo shot. Like not a water buffalo shot. Like a baby water buffalo shot. Send in the drone strike.
Zach,
I didn't hear a
can you hear me?
Yeah,
It's me, York.
subtitles
Can you feel
on
me near me?
Silent Hill sometimes play things that you can't hear as well.
Could you respond?
We hear you. Is we're Zach, right?
I thought
Yep.
you went to sleep.
Well, yes, sort of. There are theories on the matter, but I play it as if Zack is the player.
The crime took place out in the country this time. Let's take it slow.
Yeah, that's the
Okay.
theory behind this game, right? Let's take it slow.
Well, there's stuff put in there just to experience. It really had nothing to do with the plot or the gameplay.
Sure, that's one way of looking at it, but it's totally wrong.
Da, da, da.
Listen,
I'm a little sad that Geekmeister didn't look at the card about him, but
and they both know.
He might do them all at once at the end.
Yeah, I know. He does terrible things.
Also, some of the cards have spoilers on them.
sadistic things. But that's
which is
fine,
annoying.
as long as that's what Tom wants. Think about it. His actions. He's always asking for
See,
it.
this is a conversation I could see
Partner's
myself
job.
having. I don't know if you're following.
right, yeah, Tom and Jerry, yeah.
He smokes a lot too, which is
Well, in the Tom and Jerry show, they live with each other.
unusual for something you're watching in America.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
What's truly terrifying is when he smiles.
Got like a death's head rictus, I'm assuming.
Can't believe the
Something like that,
beautiful
yes.
satellite phone.
His teeth are kind of grayish.
These puppies are making me go to another town.
Those aren't puppies.
Well,
So I assume this is like the Blue Rose.
if it ends up being a waste
Uh-huh.
of time, at the very least they can
Or the letter under the fingernail, somewhere in between those two things.
Ah, I see. Yes! Yes, York.
In the last case, really was something.
Well, I guess you could say that about
There
anything,
could
though,
be
Zach.
razors laced into her nails. Crazy.
Laced into her nails? I'm
N-
not...
Notice the brand of the cigarettes there. Police
I
brand
know how the
cigarettes.
stars show up.
Nice.
You see this? I got this when I arrested the Catwoman wannabe. Women, they're crazy. Don't you agree, Zach?
I think that's a little sexist there, York.
I think his view of the world is not 100% matching the rest of us.
What I think, York, is women be shopping. Alright, so a little Gothica moment here. It was
Yeah.
the sheriff. The sheriff was taping his friend raping people. There, I figured it all out.
Is that your prediction?
Yeah.
All right, we get that. You catch the monkey. I'm thinking that there's a translation error with chipmunk, and that's why the squirrels have a monkey sound, but it's never been explained.
Like some poor oh god, what's that? Like ADR guy in Cambodia or whatever is like, they want me to put a monkey sound on it? Well, whatever, but it was just translation error.
Although squirrels are about to become a key feature. Remember I said that. It'll be really funny. Don't put it back in your pocket.
I guess it didn't stay lit. I don't know. It still seems a bad idea.
Yeah, it's still gonna be scorchy.
Of course, this guy comes through a giant car wreck and he's fine. I just recently got wounded, and so now I'm angry at people who can do that.
Yeah, I follow a blog of a medic who tells writers what they're doing wrong.
Mm.
That's a common thing. Like, no, they don't get up that fast.
Yeah. Okay, so interestingly enough, this is apparently played in German, even though it's the English version.
Huh. I was wondering what that was. This is the menu screen, by the way. This sort of weird thing with a table and the TV set and...
Yeah, alright.
Oh,
okay.
You know what? He's using a cheat. That map was not in-game.
Hmm.
The in-game map is notoriously useless, so he's got something. I don't know if he's got a patch or what.
Sure it's not like the just the director's cut version?
It's not a my director's cut version.
Huh.
Might be German.
Maybe.
Maybe that's why he's playing it.
Yeah. Give only the Germans the good stuff.
Well, I guess technically Geekmeister is a Germanish.
Fair enough, yeah.
I have never walked into that fire. I had no idea it burned. That's Agent Honor. That's money, and it's just lying all over the place.
Alright. Doesn't really seem like the kind of game that would give you stuff like that, but okay.
You earn money for changing your clothes, you earn money for shaving, you earn money for sleeping, you earn money for breaking shit.
Why didn't we get that yellow key card up there?
That's his box, like in Resident Evil.
You're gonna have to give me a different.
It's extra storage. There are various of that box around, and they're sort of magically all have the same stuff in them.
It's the Wendigo.
Yes. Yeah, that's Until Dawn.
Start profiling.
I'm not sure this part of gameplay makes any difference at all. I don't know what happens if you refuse to do it.
Looks like we're being welcomed.
So
Zach, I'll let you handle
essentially that says that there are a number of things in this section you have to find, and each time you find something it gives you a part of the story.
I see.
But I don't know if you don't have to do that, so I don't know if the stuff is still going to be there if you don't.
So it's kind of sort of a cheat? Like it helps you know how many things you're looking for?
Yes. And he's a little bit psychic because there's stuff in that profiling that you don't learn from profiling.
Right. So I guess this is us handling the meet and greet?
Well, we got some friends just...
I wonder if it's the grandpa and the children.
Doesn't sound right.
Alright, well. Perfectly normal.
Huh?
And you're sailing flat. No, I like the bad guys. I think they're neat. Kind of repetitive after a while, but I think they're cool.
It looked like a hellhound leg, kind of. Like a big white leg. I mean, I don't remember the color of the hellhounds, but it just seems possible there.
I think it was one of these.
Oh, some zombie-ass character.
Yeah.
Any take on a zombie I just find pretty dull. I mean, in a video game. I gotta admit, I'm pretty excited to watch Santa Clarita Diet, or whatever it's called. Santa Clara Diet, whatever that.
I think you're right the first time. Need a can of pickles?
Man, I always need a can of pickles.
If you know what I mean.
Where's the dead girl?
She'll show up.
I mean, I'll knock down fence after fence after fence for you, Zach, but open a gate? Never.
A generator, huh? It's just not
You
the
would've-
most difficult puzzle.
Yeah. I'm wondering why it was off in the first place.
Well, if you're gonna start asking questions, I'm not sure that's where I'd start.
Oh, this is Spielberg's shorthand for the aliens are landing.
Yep.
What, did she have like a rubber glove underneath there? What the hell was that?
That's her underwear.
Oh, you're right, his smile is pretty horrible.
So
Mysterious
officially,
shit.
that's what they're called, not zombies.